Hello and welcome to the Vanguard Insanity Run in Mass Effect 2. We're on Tuchanka. Last time, Grunt went through the rite of passage. He's now a true Krogan and part of Clan Weryloc. What are we doing today? Mordin's side quest. We're gonna dick around here a little bit and just fill in a few things. You can fight Varen in here. I'm not gonna worry about that. What you can wind up doing is actually getting your own Varen and getting him to show up in the fight, and eventually he can follow you around. Doesn't really offer much, so that's why I'm not really bothering. See, here's our little...
Good Varen.
Would you want that as a pet?
Stay.
It's like having a tiger.
Welcome, Erdnot Grunt. My name is Ratch. You and your Krant will find many items of interest in my store.
The human is my battle master.
Excuse me.
Of course. There's not much here for humans, but you can take a look if you want.
I won't say. Let's just
What do
say.
you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Ringcall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Ringcall hits aliens like ground glass.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those Pyjaks don't steal, which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
What the hell is a Pyjak?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, ringcall, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
Yeah.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the Pyjaks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the
There's a
guns.
Pyjak.
Make a dent in the Pyjak population, and you get a discount.
Ah,
Good luck
that's right.
with that.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Suit yourself. Yeah, is it down over there? Yeah, use the defense gun turret. All right, let's do that real quick, and then we can come up and get this. I don't want to spend too much time in here, but I know the Pyjak thing. And then we get the discount, so we'll consider it.
Watch it, human.
The Pyjak is interesting, just because they have standard pigeons here. The Pyjak is cool because it's got this anteater-like snout and the little tongue sticks out.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
Oh, be nice. Oh,
I'm looking for a salarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Salarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Weryloc has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Wereloc's base if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
I do. All right.
Thanks for the information.
Anything that gets rid of the damn off-worlders. You can take the truck over there. You need anything else?
No, we're good
Talk
for
to
now.
you later.
So I'll swap out with Mordin in a moment.
Look at him run.
Shoot the Pyjak. Yeah, X the fire. Oh, you can. Ah. It's frustrating that they've got... Oh, that was a squeaker. This was an enjoyable little diversion. Oh, I still got it. And one left. Yeah, everything's all wave-based. Unfortunately, I think it's 3 waves. Just gotta lead him a little bit. just know that you don't want to get too far forward or too far back, especially in the last wave, because like right here, you just might want to hold up, like not go too far past the initial tire. Although there's a pretty good acceleration on the crosshair here. I think it's only 3 waves. Wave beginning. 18 little bastards. Ooh, almost didn't see it. Yeah, so you just... See, that's where it's tough to get to, so you gotta be careful with that. Ooh, that was close. Oh, 2 for 1. Always like a twofer. It almost seems like it's... Is it? Oh, see? I think it's the same sequence. Like, I can pop this one. And then just wait. And... get a twofer. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna...
Straight ahead.
Let's go talk to the merchant. Tackle the Varen!
Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at
What do you have in stock?
All right.
Most of it's food.
He's not joking.
Take a
All
look
right.
at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
All right, tell me about
What the hell is a Pyjak?
We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
I guess it didn't matter. Pyjak meat. It's free. We'll take it. In case we need it. Stabilization call. See, that could have a use. Just for more shields. The shield harness. Is that a belt? Yeah, we'll get that too. That's the shoulders. Ugh, that just looks so ridiculous. Oh God, what am I? I'm an idiot.
Interesting?
Yeah, I want to take that. Is this a worthwhile pistol? Anybody that plays? It says it upgrades the Predator Heavy pistol. All right, we'll just get it. I've got the cash. The other thing. Okay, so
Should I ask the female clan for right of
I'm gonna swap out and get Mordin in. Okie dokie. Mordin's in our team, and we changed Grunt's armor color. And then I meant to change the weapon I have, the heavy weapon, and I wound up selecting the damn particle laser. I didn't really want that. All right, so let's go and explore in here.
Krogans hit by genophage, nuclear assaults, civil wars. Still survive.
Yeah, no thanks to you or anyone else.
Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
Come to think of it, when I get into the mission, I need to remember to I need to remember to switch to Miranda. I don't need Grunt. Oh, really? Why don't I remember having... I don't remember that shop.
As I understand it, Clan Erdnot has a new member. So, you're our new warrior. The shaman gave you the customary upgrades, I assume. He's fast to pass on my work as his reward. Use them well. The Lord High Researcher for Clan Erdnot has no time to
Extra
make
textures on him.
but perhaps I can offer a discount.
What are you
You
researching?
must be working on something important.
I was building the biggest, best offensive ordnance yet. A real ground pounder. But the new clan leader wastes my time with frivolous research. Crop genetics, medicinal improvements. We can buy that stuff from the salarians.
Salarians created genophage, I've heard. Still trust them with medicines and agriculture?
Yeah. What else can the
I've
salarians
heard.
do to us at this point? It's not like they can make us even more infertile. Actually,
True.
wait, forget I said anything.
Yeah, no, I was like, careful about that. And good cover, Mordin, good cover. Salarian's made that genophage, I've heard. But of course, it's like you have the key scientist right there, right here.
I take it you're a scientist.
I used to be a scientist. I designed weapons. Now my genius
Getting
is
hungry.
wasted on frivolous things.
Oh, the Pyjaks are
things
gone.
that don't explode. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work.
Frivolous
As I
musical.
pulled my blade from his chest, I knew he was telling the truth.
Killed your
Not
pride.
exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
But it's
I
Krogan.
don't care what you'd call it. We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it. We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Okay. So let's run
You
this
must be
again.
working on
I
something.
was, but the new clan...
Salarians created
Yeah, actually, wait, forget I
Yeah,
said it.
there we go.
Sounds like the new clan leader has some very different ideas on how to lead the Krogan.
He
If
does.
you want to know more, talk to him directly. He's my leader. I'll not say anything else about it.
He's my leader.
Enjoy your research.
Yes, move along.
Move along. Move along. All right, so we definitely have to get
valuable?
this. And we are now out. Shit, that's what I should have got first. All right, we're pretty close on credits, so I'll have to remember to come back. I am not good at remembering. What's up, Mechanique?
Welcome to the clan, Urdnot Grunt. Honored to be a part of it. Good for you. Now go find something else to do. Those fools brought this Tomka back from a skirmish without
Tomka.
its combustion manifold.
It's like a Tonka
they say
truck.
It got shot off in the field. You tell me, how can you expect a Tomka to run without a combustion manifold?
Working.
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Yeah, I can make one. Give me 3 days and a barrel of Ringcall. The one they lost is probably still out in the field. It's too much to expect them to collect it and bring the damn thing back.
I'm going out in the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Of course, the silly thing is he's just working on a tire. He's not, you need a combustion manifold in
Let
the
me get out
tire.
of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Ooh, easy now. Easy.
One wrong step, Shepard.
Oh, did you see that? Dire.
Still looking for that Salarian? Or did you just come to waste my time?
Let's see.
What can you tell me about Clan Weryloc's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though. I've only seen Clan Weryloc from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Weryloc's base is crawling with blood pack.
Orcha, we
Doesn't
kill
sound too
you.
defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy.
That's cool.
Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
What's Clan Weryloc's reputation? And how are they involved with the Blood Pack?
Tough humps, and they're not friendly
Tough
like
humps.
we are. You ever run into the Blood Pack?
Yeah.
Mercenary gang. Clan Weryloc started it. One of the only gangs with an off-world presence. They're fanatics, totally devoted to Weryloc Guld. Whatever they did with your Salarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a
Destiny.
cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
In my line of work, there's no such thing as luck.
But the Blood Pack has non-Krogan members like Vorcha.
Orcha,
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen.
no,
Only
we
they can
more
use
than
guns
Varen,
and don't
we
crap on the
Vorcha.
floor as
Don't
often.
like you.
The Krogan are the only real members
Sorry,
of the Blood
talking
Pack.
over.
Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Yes, they are. Okay, Salarian President.
Any idea what they're doing with the Salarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the blood pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they do with him. One less alien on Tuchanka.
Yeah, it's a bit xenophobic, but yeah, we'll play
You
it.
don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Do the arm
Don't
cross,
get your
Shep.
quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it. Rex believes we need to unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
Yes and no. Having off-worlders help, sure, in some senses, yes, but he is right. It's like if the Krogan are gonna come together and unify, it has to happen amongst themselves within their own clans. Doing it outside of it, bringing in off-worlders, it's just making a mess of it all. It's just like, who wants an outsider interfering with, you know, things that they don't understand? It's like, yeah, let's take a scientist that knows all about Krogan physiology and they're studying the histories and religions and all that. It's just, and then they come here, it's just like, what the hell do you know? You know history. A lot of these, you know, are still living it. It's like, yeah, go tell the shaman that his history is wrong. All right, let's go. Change to Miranda. Get Miranda. Get Miranda. Miranda's getting her armor on. Bring it, Miranda. Miranda. We're gonna get neural shock when we're done here. Done here, Shepard. Yeah, I had not chosen that. I was gonna go just the missile launcher. I don't really think I need much. I mean, I dig the arc projector, especially when I know I'm gonna go up against enemies with like barriers and shields. The biggest issue is it's got such a damn spawn up time. Same with this. Even the other one that I haven't got yet, the cane. Same deal. Too much load time. Same shot. Wish we had a different shot. Would be nice. I would still be down for a complete remake of the Mass Effect trilogy, but they would absolutely have to have all of it, like the same. Shot. They use that in the trailer. And by the same, I mean same dialogue, same locations. All you're doing is tweaking gameplay, adding a couple enhancements and changing a few cinematics, but generally it's the exact same game, but just cleaned up, really. Yeah, and I know that that's what I would say that's what this has done. However, I would like it just a little bit more. This can get, you know, like I said, bringing in some of the animation stuff that we've seen in Horizon, for example. Actually, not that one. In the dialogue, because Horizon is really good with mostly keeping the characters moving and animating and about, where they're much more lifelike, not quite as stilted as they are in like the Mass Effect games. And it's not exactly a diss against the Mass Effect series, because I mean there's tons of years in tech between them. That's why I would like to see a remade version of the trilogy, because then we can really add in all these great new modern tech that we've gotten over the years.
Taking cover!
Moving out of line of fire. Incoming.
Taking cover!
Enjoy.
All right. Ooh, that time it got launched.
We'll stay close.
Understood.
Not difficult.
There, blew up. Now we're getting into using Mordin's music cues, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of Mordin's music. The Mordin soundtrack.
Can't target them.
All right, we know how to deal with Aaron. Okay, let's see. Let's
Change weapons.
all right, hold on a sec. Mordin has, since I changed his weapon, I need to get fire back on. Why is it? There it goes.
Of course.
There's the Vorcha.
We don't like you.
Ready for takedown.
Easy enough.
Yeah, Vorcha, you gotta take down quick. They got the respawning thing. On the plus side, their armor does not replenish.
Taking cover.
Finding cover. Not a problem.
Heading to cover.
All right.
Enemy down.
There we go. There's a Krogan. Mordin, where'd you go, Mordin? All right, we're gonna move up. And we're gonna hit warp on this too. There we go.
I'm on it.
I just like it that we can do damage, you know? Did we kill that other Vorcha? Did you get them? Well done.
Indeed.
Understood.
Indeed.
Hostiles to the right.
Ah, shit. Oh.
Can't get a lock.
How can you not get a lock, Shep?
Taking fire. Here goes.
Hostiles charging. Moving in.
Stay ducked.
Engaging target.
There we go.
I'm on it.
Booyah. I just don't like this music. It's so... bleh.
Moving out of line of fire.
That's right, gotta look for these Tonka trucks.
You got it. Finding cover.
Oh, here comes some Vorcha. Oh, they're fire Vorchas, though.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
With you.
Did I get it? Yeah.
One down.
Nice job, team. I know. All these trucks. I mean, they almost seem like they're too small. Like you shouldn't be able to fit in them.
Taking cover.
Indeed. Just the thing to help. Engaging target.
Understood. Understood.
I am starting to dig the incisor. I will say I highly miss the other one though. Crumbling away. I really do miss the
Moving.
Uh-oh.
Of course. Not a problem.
Be right there.
All right, here we go. The Mantis. I just love the sound of that gun.
Moving.
Simple enough. Not a problem.
Overloading it will end it quickly.
All right, we're gonna pop off of that, save some ammo for a little bit. Oh,
Or inflammable.
Affirmative.
no, burn out.
Doesn't matter.
We'll just wait. Actually, I can ping this off. Oh shit, we got a couple extra.
My shields are down.
Doot doot, doot doot. Where you going, Vorcha?
Not a problem. Deploying incineration tank.
I'm on it.
Now the biotic stuff, like I said, the biotics behave a bit.
With you.
You could do the combos in this, but I feel they're not quite as, there it is. Easy to accomplish as it was as it is in 3. But I know it can be done. And I can't remember, it's like, do you put the warp field on and then hit them with Reeve, or if they're in Reeved, can I pop Miranda with a warp and that creates a biotic explosion? Or do I have to wait till they're, lifted of some sort? Usually you have to, the whole thing is like prime it and then detonate. And usually warp is a detonator, and anything that floats them is anything that floats them is the primer, or kind of puts a biotic thing on them, and then you hit them with a heavy. All right, so C, wall. This is wall, battery, C, and C. Okay, a little bit better. I remember that last time I botched it so bad on Tuchanka. Freaking idiot.
Repurposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
The only buildings more durable are their bomb shelters, but most of those were destroyed in civil wars.
Yeah, this is where Mordin. This is why I do Mordins, because this Mordin gets really interesting here.
That body, human. Need to take a look.
Because you really get into his
Sores,
psyche.
tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject, victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was.
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects, genetically diverse, enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
My report will mention that.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
See, this is where it's interesting, because we start getting into his reasoning.
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level, concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human probability curve offers greater overall variety.
It's interesting, you know, that they go that. It is a little annoying that it's like, oh, humans are super diverse, which makes us unique in the galaxy, like KFC.
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal, pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound, though. Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
All right, there we go.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Maelon. Too late to help the dead.
Yes, that is true. Okay, yeah, I think this is just, yeah, this is the main hospital, so we're just gonna get a bunch of... Oh, this section.
I am the speaker for Clan Weryloc, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Weryloc Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
If I flee, I might trip over the dozen Krogan I killed to get here. I think I'll take my chances.
You killed our youngest and weakest human. They were not worthy of remaining near our glorious work. Inside,
Glorious purpose.
you will find only hardened blood-packed veterans, tempered by savagery and war, and dedicated to one goal. The Salarian will cure the genophage, and Clan Weryloc will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood.
That's
Appears they discovered Maelon's work. Unfortunate.
all right. Let's give us a chance.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing!
Nothing.
You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
That's right.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Salarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the genophage, Weryloc Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan Rebellion...
Yeah,
Talk too much.
this always happens too.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target.
Wasn't aiming for you. Ah!
The Blood Pack...
Crispy. All right, so we got to focus on.
Taking heavy fire.
Making contact.
It's gonna be bad, but I've got to try. Come on. Why aren't you changing? Ah. There we go. Finally in the cover. I think we've got all the Krogan down now. So now it's just I finally get that taken care of and oh shit.
Finding cover.
No.
With you.
You all stay right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Ready for takedown.
Ah, aren't you dead?
Impressive. Oh, this will put them down. Affirmative. Can't target them.
Yeah. There we go. Huzzah! I saw something. Med station. Yeah, I like that. You talk too much. Oh, yep. I guess it's a good thing that my memory is so shit because I'm trying to think of the best way to end this one that is positive for
Labs likely
3.
through there. Can smell antiseptic. Hint of dead flesh.
Not burnt Krogan flesh that we just encountered. Because there's a whole slew of that.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences. Hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors. Avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
That inhale.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000, perfect target, optimal growth, like gardening.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan, not difficult, increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further, chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic, didn't want to repeat. All life precious, universe demands diversity.
Every life is precious. Okay, see, this is where it's interesting because you start getting the morality of Mordin in that. You know, 1 in 1,000 though. I mean, Krogan can breed quick, but holy crap, 1 in 1,000 is a lot.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Mordin? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians. Not me.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that?
Yes. United Krogan saved Galaxy. Destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment. Simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes. Refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced genophage. Us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
Okay.
What was
Yeah,
it
you
like
know.
working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, Galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
It would have been awesome to have Grunt come along with this. I mean, although I think Grunt might have killed Mordin, to be honest.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy, no ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage, right choice, still. Hard to sleep some nights.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
think I hit that.
We're not gonna find Maelon staring at consoles. Come on.
No, we won't. Getting closer to the end of this one.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Weryloc female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
Delivered so well. So well, the way he said that.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives. Then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor, genophage affects fertility, doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is they're stillborn, so does that mean that it... I'm trying to think science and such. I mean, if you have a stillborn, doesn't it still, like, start off alive and then die? It's like, why did it have to be a stillborn? Why couldn't it affect, say, like, the males and their sperm count, right? It basically neuters them for the most part. But maybe it was because males can still breed with like a salarian and others, so I guess it might have affected other races, so that's why it targeted Krogan females specifically.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular salarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn, adapt, improve. Refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
Yeah. I flip-flop back and forth on reincarnation.
If you need this much soul-searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations, effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war, extinction, genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes, millions of data points, years of arguments, countless scenarios, all noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous, no unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war, Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better, saved lives.
Right? Prevented the war. It's like it prevented the war from being worse, yet it also neutered a whole species.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
I don't know, to be honest. You know, it's like I can see where he comes from, but at the same point, I can't fully agree. I'm gonna go neutral.
We need to find Maelon and shut this place down.
But it's like such an amazing. Oh, look at his eye freaking out there. Got a lazy eye rocket.
Yes.
It's such a great dialogue and a conversation to have. You know, the rights, wrong, morality of it and everything. You know, it's like, do you act on pure data? You know, do you do that kind of stuff? It's like, you know, they were already, you know, the Krogan rebellions were in the midst of happening, and they were going to be a force to take over everything. But would the Krogan destroy, if they claimed everything, would they just up and destroy it? Would they murder every race out there, or would they stop? Would they get to a point and be like, okay, you know, we conquered, we're good, but don't, yeah. Fun question, discussion, back and forth to be had. Why am I seeing, there it is. Need a little purple block in the middle. Wow, there they are. It's a good thing I had the extender.
We can use this.
Krogan vitality. That'll boost up what's our friends there. All right, so Yep, there we go.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Bloodpack. Not member of Clan Weryloc. Wrong clan markings.
I'm a nerd not scout. Weryloc guards got me. Brought me here.
The chief scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't. The Weryloc did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think.
Coloring.
I have to stay.
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I mattered.
There, we'll do this.
Millions of children will be born. Weryloc children. They're gonna destroy the other clans.
But... No. No, they said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
There you go.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Oh!
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go! Go!
I don't like that. I like the extra animation to
Curing the
open his
genophage will
mouth.
be passed off as a hallucination.
Roar, and he had like a tongue animation even. That one. Oh, no, not that one. The big blue block, but we got an angled bit of... There it is. Beep, boop, boop, ba-doom. Give me them credits, because I have to go get that other shield thing the doctor store.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a well-placed shot. Explosive useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
Understood.
Simple enough. Get ready to fight.
Yeah, it's the final sequence here. See, what we have to focus on is that.
Not a problem.
Nicely.
Miranda is not in cover.
Hostiles charging.
Yep, there's another Krogan over there. Come on.
Excellent targeting. Burn through any armor. Of course.
All right, we're gonna have to get into this.
Simple enough.
Oh wait, no, they hold up.
Can't target them.
Simple.
Knock him off. No, he didn't go. All right, Miranda.
Of course.
Next time, sit on the cover, not next to the cover, and maybe you won't die. Oh, that's a nice chunk of change.
Heading to cover.
Not a problem.
Heading to cover.
Don't have any ammo. Oh, wow. Very problematic.
Moving.
Oh. All right, so we've got Baron.
Enemy down.
Oh, she's not going to get on the cover.
Closing in.
Get back there.
Now let's finish you off.
Oh, okay, so we got ammo back. That's a plus.
Moving out of line
Going
of
to
fire.
cover.
Close. All right, we've got to go down that way. This is just a spawn room.
Going to cover.
Taking cover.
Krogan.
I like that. Krogan, you think?
You bet.
Will avoid direct fire. Indeed.
Enemy charging. Not a problem. Come back.
Incineration tech.
Miranda's not on cover again. There they are. Can you heavy warp? I think they're both. They might both be on cooldown.
Firing now. Understood.
Simple enough.
Oh shit, we got a heavy. Miranda, we need warp. All right, she's back. Oh no, I'm down to like no ammo. How's that feel? Oh, you are shattered. Locked crate. Okay, bypass. Pay attention, mate. Pay attention. Battery. All right, that's a wall. Wall. CC. Battery is over here. And now we get this. There we go. That's the way to do it. Not that mess I did in the last episode after the rite of passage. Oh my gosh. What an imbecile I was. I just kept like clicking. All right, that I think is gonna... That was the last fight because that was the gold. So this one has a lot more dialogue in it, so it's definitely a longer time. But we are just about finished here. Oh my goodness. Listen to her panting. Oh. Little white line at the top. That's it. Yay.
This looks interesting.
Ah, excellent. I should be able to get the cane now.
Maelon, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor,
Look at how
you always
they
had
changed
trouble
his
seeing
face.
evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
I like how, you know, again, they changed his face, is what I was saying.
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student. I looked up to you.
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
Why work with Clan Weryloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weryloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Erdnot has a larger camp than Weryloc. Why not use them?
Erdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Erdnot's loss and Wereloc's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Not really. I mean, we didn't kill them all, but we killed their leader. At least Blood Pack's leader.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Well, the first part, Maelon is correct. They fight over females, they go out and they do that. Yes. Would they be in a renaissance right now? Maybe, but nothing is for certain. And that's where the difference of opinion happens. and that's where it's like, what's right or wrong. This is why this mission is so good. That's why I love it.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
See?
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Maelon.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
Okay, so now we have to...
Maelon clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity.
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait, you don't need to do this, Mordin.
Do that.
You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Maelon. Get out. No Weryloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special tasks group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weryloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special task group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses.
It
Impossible
had to be
truly
me.
predict. Something to think about. Maelon's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
See, this directly relates to 3. And I can't quite remember what it is. I mean, it's valuable information. But to be honest, I'm gonna stick
This
with
is
that.
the research that includes tests on living victims. It's tainted.
Right now, victims died for nothing. Keep it. Use it. Death's worth something. Maelon's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
See, here we go. See, I think we need to hold the data.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here. But you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still
There.
years away from cure. but closer than starting from scratch. Done, ready to go, ready to be off Tuchanka, anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'm just gonna...
I'd like to look around a bit more.
Yeah, there's more stuff to be seen. And then you get this, which is so frustrating. It just blocks up the screen like that. And you have to be careful not to inadvertently hit it. Alright, no, yeah, that was it. It was just the one terminal. Level up! Yeah! Cripple an organic enemy with pain. Seems actually kind of mean, doesn't it? Alright, so that's gonna put us back here.
Tuchanka. Crude, dangerous, and probably radioactive. Let's get in, do what we need to do, and get out fast.
Oh, do you remember these? I think we talked to them.
What did I tell you? Isn't it beautiful? Far away from all that high-tech noise.
I guess. Seems a bit dirty, though.
Oh, it builds character.
Is it just me, or do the other Krogan not like me?
Oh, there's some concern about me bringing in a non-Krogan. I had to talk to the chief. It's not a deal.
Okay, so
they don't even
the last things I want to do,
Who cares what they want?
I'm going to bring in Grunt. I'll worry about that later. I'm going to bring in Grunt and jump to
Someday we'll get off this rock and show those Turians who's boss.
Clan Urdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Weryloc. Based on population profiles, Clan Urdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Weryloc, mostly women and children.
Ah, intelligent move. Surprising from Krogan. Glad to see it.
So, yeah, we're going to talk to Rex real quick before leaving. I don't think there's too much here, but still.
You just can't help making trouble. No one has killed them all since my turn in the right. Next you'll tell me he's a Quint and crap's dark matter. Guess that's what it takes to replace me. You are Urdnot Grunt. Welcome.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We're making a neutral ground where all clans can share resources. It's
Yeah.
a new day for the Krogan. We shall rise again.
Yeah.
I hope that works
We don't
well.
often allow aliens to do business
Okay.
on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
All right, come on.
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come
Of
with
course
us?
he can.
Wish I could, but I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line. Hunt well, Shepard.
I mean, it's... I understand having to ask. Yet, I mean, did you really think that he would leave? I mean, he's got to rule this area. You know, he's got to bring the clans together. So it's like, yeah, no, of course he can't. But as a friend, you have to ask, right? So, there we are. Tuchanka wrapped up. Mordin's mission done. I mean, it is one heck of a moral conundrum with the genophage. And I definitely feel that the Mordin's loyalty mission, you know, really drives into the heart of it. And seeing Mordin, his thoughts even change as it progresses. And you can also side one way or another at the end, save the data, and how you can respond to that, where it's just like, you know, keep the data, but let's make them better. You know, it's like, it's not the greatest thing, and the data is tainted. However, it's useful data. So if we're going to cure them, here's an opportunity. I think that is a nice bit that they put into it. And I appreciate that they did spend the time to create this mission, because it's really interesting. So what are your thoughts on this mission, and what did you choose? And not so much going forward, you know, did you pick it because you agree with Mordin, or do you agree with Maelon, or, you know, or is it somewhere in the middle? Or even if it is, just, you know, what the best choice is for Mass Effect 3, because that was basically what I was thinking in this time around. But I mean, just what were your thoughts on that whole concept that it was bringing up in this mission? It's definitely an interesting conversation. And honestly, it's even things that can be brought up in everyday life as well. So, I mean, with that in mind, you know, just be nice to one another, you know, just take that extra moment. And if you're going to do something mean or cruel, and someone's pissing you off, it's just better to walk away. And, you know, if we could just try to do a little bit better, maybe we don't have to revert to all the wars and violence and wind up like the Krogan. Maybe we can be better. As, you know, Kratos said to Atreus, it's like, we must be better. So let's try to be better. Thanks all. That's enough preaching. Bye-bye.